Hi everybody, welcome to Creator Studio Loombicious. My name is Nancy and today we are going to create the chicken pencil topper. This is a slightly larger project but very fun to create. So I hope you guys will like this tutorial and follow me creating this beautiful chicken. It's really so funny. So I hope you guys also like this one very much. It would be awesome if you guys will support me by subscribing to my channel and place a thumbs up if you like the video, of course. That will give me some feedback if you guys like this or not. And it will stimulate me to create more videos and more tutorials and will get me going. So the band count of this chicken can be found in the description below this video. And well, let's start. So cute. Let's go. We're going to start with I don't even know how those things called in English. Those thingies here. Going to start with them. You don't have to mirror them. I will turn my loom because it will be completely double looped single bands. So make sure your loom is in offset. And let us start with one of those thingies that's beneath the chicken's beak. So use your red bands, single double looped bands all the time. Place one here and go down 3 more times with a single red band double looped. There we go. Go diagonally here and here. Place 2 double looped singles going down on each side. And then place 2 diagonally again to close this tiny figure. Double looped. There we go. Now we are going to place the horizontal bands. So place 1 double looped here. Create a triangle and 1 double looped here. Like this. Then grab a single red band again and cap off by wrapping this around 4 times around this peg. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you are ready to loom. Of course, you have to create 2 of them. And you can already place it below this one on the loom, so you can loom twice, and then you are done. So you place 1 on the loom exactly the same, and then come back to this point so we can loom. So go behind this cap band. Grab the first double loop band and loom over and simply follow them and place them on the peg where they came from. First loom up the sides before looming the center here. Otherwise you can't close it nice. Also loom diagonally. And then continue looming up the entire center. Grab a single different color band. Tie this off. Get this from your loom carefully and create the second one. Obviously I did already. since you don't have to mirror anything, I thought I will show you guys once and you create the second one yourself. So create a second one and put them aside for now. Then let's do, I also have no clue how to call that in English. The thing on top of his head. If you guys know how that is called, could you write it in the comments below, please, so I know. I simply don't know and I didn't Google it. So if you guys know how this is called on top of the head and this below the beak, please let me know in the comments. I'm kind of curious now. So if you guys know how that is called, let me know. And we're going to do that thing on top of his head. So and that will be completely looped, double looped also. So I guess I will turn my loom for that. So grab your red single bands and double loop them. We're going to start here by going diagonally. And then we have to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Yes, go down on the right row 6 times with a single double looped band. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Then we're going to do the center row, also singles, double looped. Start on top here. 2, 3, 4. Stop here. So place 6 also, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Now we go find the 1, 2, 3, fourth. No, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, fourth peg in the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, and go to the left diagonally. We need to make it a little bit smaller, bigger, not smaller. This is a sort of extension. So go down 2 times with a single double loop and then close the figure by going diagonally twice with a single double loop until you reach your right row again. Now we are going to place the horizontal bands that will also be singles double looped. So place one here, one here, one here. Now you're going to stretch one. Oh, did you guys even see? I hope so. These are all singles double looped as horizontal bands, so place them around those 2 pegs. Is that sun in the way? I really like the sun coming in like this, but maybe it bothers you. I will place my laptop in front a little bit. I think that's more clear for you guys to see. So stretch one single double looped around all 3 pegs here. And do that again here. So these are also singles double loops placed there. Now we need to make some small extensions to place on top here. So I will show you how to make a couple. You need to make 3 of the ones I'm going to show you now. So grab 2 bands, 2 red bands, place them here. Grab a single red band, wrap it around 3 times. So it will be a little bit loose. And you need to loom this. It's this small, and you need to create 2 of these more. So create 2 of them. You can leave them on your loom. Create 2 more of these. After you've done that, create 4 of the next. A single red band double looped. And a single red band, cap that off 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be the small extension. Loom this, create 3 more of these. I forgot to place my drawing back. So you can also leave these on your loom, and you can use all these bags to create those tiny extensions. We're going to start with placing those big ones. So get that around your hook. We're going to place that here. Let me see. I have my drawing. I need to put it upside down. Otherwise I will place it wrong. Yes. Place a big extension around this peg. And then grab your other extensions. Get that around your hook. And let me see where to place more. Skip 1 and place a big extension here. Ooh, this one is on weird. Yeah, that's better. Grab another extension and place that on the last peg. Here. There we go. Now we need to place those tiny extensions, and as you might guess, you need to fill everything that's empty. So simply place them. This will be a cap band, but with a tiny extension on it. Simply place all those tiny extensions on the leftover pegs. It's quite simple. To do so. There we go. Well, in order to attach the comb, oh, that's what it's called, the comb, I guess. Is that right? Well, let me know anyways. To attach this, we need to wrap around single bands twice on each peg at the bottom here. This will be the bottom. It will be around here loose. It's supposed to be that way. We will pull this tight through the beak and the head later on. So singles double looped around these pegs and just let them be. Pretend they aren't there when we loom this thing. So on every peg, also this one, we need to wrap around a single band double looped in order to be able to attach it later. There we go. Don't put one here. We will tie this off and use that band to get that through the head. So we're going to start looming now. Go behind your little extension here. Grab the first 2 loops, loom over, and we can basically loom this entirely already. Not completely, we need to stop at the end of this row. This can be a little bit tight on those tiny extensions. So loom carefully and make sure you go behind all those bands so it won't snap. So stop until you are there. Continue looming here, grab the top 2 loops and this one, but first loom the outside. Pretend those double loop bands aren't there and don't grab them. We will definitely need them later. Loom diagonally upwards, then continue looming up the entire center row. And then you are done. Oh, wait, don't loom that one yet. First loom over diagonally now here. And then place this double loop band on top of that. Now grab a single red band and tie everything off. So create a slip knot, pull tight, and get this from your loom. You will notice those double looped loose bands we placed on the bottom pegs will stick out. That's totally fine. You really want them to do that so you can grab them easily later. And next up will be the beak, I guess. Yes. So this is so you can actually pull them outwards a bit, those double looped bands. And then you can see I forgot to pull out these ones. This will be the comb, I guess. I'm still not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but doesn't matter, you guys understand what I mean. Anyways, because you guys can see what I'm doing. So this will be on top of her head. Put this aside for now. And let us continue with the beak. Yes, I'm going to do the beak. So you need your caramel bands. We're going to place 2 bands at a time first, but a lot will also be double looped. So this will be the top of the beak. So this is not the curved thing yet. So place 2 bands, caramel bands here in the center and at the bottom row. The rest will be for me with skin tone pink. I think that is coming the closest to the color of a chicken beak. Well, at least I think so. You can use any color, but this is skin tone pink for me. So grab those, also 2 of them. Place 2 here, 2 in the center, and 2 here. Place 2 more only in the center row. The rest will be with double loop pink bands. So I will turn my loom for this, otherwise I simply can't place them. You will see bands shooting everywhere, so that's not that's not that clever to do so. So I will turn my loom if I place double loop bands. Place 2 double loop bands on the right side, single, double looped, and another one. Yes. Same thing in the center row and on the row of the left, of course. Simply double loop singles placed downwards like this. Then we're going to close this by going diagonally with a single double looped, and also on the opposite side a single double looped. Cap off with a single pink band by wrapping it around 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we are going to place the horizontal bands, of course. So I will turn my loom again for that. A single pink band, double looped, another one, a single pink double looped, and another one, and only the last one will be with 2 pink bands placed here. Those are 2 bands, and this will be the top of the beak. Yes, so we can loom this right now. This is basic looming. So grab the first double loop band, loom over, the second, loom over, and simply loom up each row until you reach the end of your loom. Make sure those bands don't snap, and if they do, replace them. Grab 3 different colored bands, tie everything off. The next part will be a tiny bit difficult because we need to place that things that hang below the beak. So it will make it slightly more difficult to loom. Remove this from your loom, by the way. But as you can see what I'm doing. Sometimes I think I'm talking way too much in my videos, but then again, I want to be clear and tell you guys what I'm doing so you can follow me. And if I don't do that, well, then recording this would also be, well, kind of wordless if I'm not clear about what I'm doing. So this will really look weird, but this will be the top of the beak. It will look cool after we finish the whole beak. So put this aside for now. Then we're going to place the bands for the bottom part of the beak. Start with caramel, 2 bands at a time. And then grab your pink bands again. Place 2 here, 2 in the center, and 2 here. Again, place 2 bands in the center. Oh gosh, I didn't write down if that is double looped, or I will check at the bottom. 1, 2, no, it's 2. Place 2 more pink bands. That's why I make prototypes also, so I can see what I've done. I can check what I've done, and I can see I placed 3 sets of 2 and then continue with 2 double loop bands, but I didn't wrote it on my drawing, so I kind of forgot about that. But the rest will be double loop. This is correct. Turn your loom and place a single double loop here on the right and another one. That will be it for now. In the center, also go down 2 times with a single double loop, and the same on the opposite side, of course. Going to take a sip of my tea. I hope it's still warm. A little bit. Autumn storm tea. I really love that. Well, let us continue. We're going to close this figure again by placing a single pink band double looped diagonally and another one on the opposite side. Then we will continue with a single double loop pink band by placing it down here. Cap this off with a single pink band by wrapping it around. Seriously, I also wrote that down wrong. 5 times. Yeah, we need to create a cap band with 5 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th time. Get it all over there. Will be a bit tight, but it will look so much better instead of looping it 4 times. So place that there. Now we're going to place the horizontal bands. A single double loop here. I'll turn my loom, this goes better this way. A single double loop here. A single double loop here. And 2 bands at a time now. But we still need to attach those thingies. Push down a tiny bit so you can loom more easily. Grab those two red things you loomed, stick your hook through, the double loop set on top. Make sure it is through correctly. You can even remove this tying band to check if you have all loops around your hook. And we're going to place this around the last horizontal band we just placed. So pull that from that pack and slide it onto there. And try to make it face down to the bottom of your loom and replace those bands. This will be a little bit difficult to loom, but it's possible to do so. I'll do the same thing on the opposite side. Stick your hook through correctly, remove that tying band, and do exactly the same thing but on the opposite side. Kind of push it through and push it to the bottom there, and well, leave it like this. And this will be totally fine. Yes, now we can loom, but you also need the top part of the beak very soon. So go behind this cap band, loom over the first, then grab the top of the beak, stick your hook through that cap band you will place there, and place that cap band around here. Make sure those tied off bands are facing towards you. This is also a little bit tricky, so make sure you grab. There are a lot of bands around this pack, so grab the first two bands you come across. I need to tilt my loom, otherwise I simply can't see what I'm doing. I'm so sorry, but I have to do it like this. So grab the first two loops you come across, or double looped, single, and loom over. Then go inside again and find the next two. Also loom those. And then go inside and loom the entire center row. We can't reach it after we attach the side of this beak. So loom this entirely. There we go, nothing to worry about that anymore. Kind of pull off this cap band from that pack and lift it up. Flip it over. And then we need to attach only the bottom two loops. I will turn my loom so you can see what I'm doing. The bottom two loops of the first double looped set here. We're going to put that around this pack. Do the same thing on the opposite side. So tilt your loom, find the bottom two loops of the first double looped set. So don't use that cap band again, but the first double loop band you come across, only the bottom two loops. Place that around that pack, then loom up once. This can happen, it will be a little bit tight. Use an extra hook to make some room if needed. So that's loomed over. Now we need to do this exactly the same thing with, oh wait, I'm going to remove some part of the beak, otherwise it will be too tight. So again, I will tilt my loom so you guys can see what I'm doing. Grab those bottom two loops here, place them around. Same thing on the opposite side. Bottom two loops of the next set and place them around here and loom up once more. Go behind your horizontal band, only grabbing the bottom double looped band. Remove some part of the snout, beak. I'm so used to doing dogs or cats, or still using snout. Okay, well, the beak. Same thing, grab the bottom 2, place it around there. You're actually placing the same sets on top of the bottom sets. And loom over. If you know how to do this, this is very simple to do so, but you have to understand how you need to attach this. Oh, I need to loom first. Oh yeah, right. Don't make any mistakes. I don't want to edit my movie. So again, we loomed over, grab, those are 2 bands, so grab the bottom 2 loops of those 2 bands here. Place it around. Same thing on the opposite side. Pull it a little bit forward so you can see which loops you need to grab, so you won't use a different set. Don't grab the top 2, bottom 2 loops of that set. Place it there. Continue looming up, and this will be your finished beak with those thingies at the bottom. Grab 3 bands of a different color and tie off. So you will have 6 tied off loops, and we will attach those to the middle portion and the bottom portion of the head. But first we're going to attach that thing that's on top of her head. The chicken is a sheep. But I believe this actually can also go through for a rooster and not only a chicken. So he or she, I guess. This will really look funny. You get this from your loom. So remove this. There we go. Yay. Yeah, this kind of looks a little bit weird because we need to shape it also. This sticks up right now. So we need to stick our hook through here. Stick your hook through all those loops here at the tip of the beak and simply pull upwards and pull that little extension downwards. That's actually everything you need to do to shape the beak. So this is done now, but we need this thing. This will be the front. This is the thickest part. It will need to be on front. I do have to check on my prototype now. Yeah. Stick your hook. I'm sorry, I'm having a little bit of a cold, so I hope I won't get really sick. I haven't been sick for 3 years, so this will pass. I don't think I will get really sick, but I have a little cold, so that's why I have a little bit trouble with my throat and my nose, but that will pass. Stick your hook through the first double loop pink set on top of the beak. This is the center row. So maneuver your way into that beak, and we have to do this now, otherwise we can't attach it later. Yes. So your hook is through that set. Now we need to grab the first double looped band you come across. So I will just lay it on there so you can see what I'm doing. We need to pull this through that set, but keep this on your hook. So pull this through. So it looks like this now, but it's still on your hook. Hold it there and stick your hook through the next pink set on that center row. This is a little bit difficult to see. Don't stick it through the same, but the next, you can see it better if I do it like this, I guess. Stick your hook through the next pink set on top of that beak. Grab the next double looped red bands, pull it through that set, and then pull it through the first set you pull through the beak. So you have only one, you can let it be, and now it's already attached. This is all we need to do at the beak. We can't attach any further, so now we need to have a C-clip. Let me grab one. I'm going to attach it somewhere inside the beak. You can grab a pink band, a random band. I think I will try to find a horizontal band or something I can get it on. Try to grab 2 loops at least to attach it to, and not one. It can be, it really can be random bands. I will first hook my C-clip onto those pink bands. Like this, then I will grab it again. Turn it around a little bit and hook those 2 red bands on there. This is really a little bit tricky to do so. Oh. Yes, it's on there. And you can leave this. This will stay on there for sure. Won't come out. And it's quite secure right now. So this will be attaching this thing to the beak for now. Already looks so cool. I hope you guys understand what I did. It isn't really that difficult, but I hope I'm clear enough. Yeah. Put this aside for now. There's nothing we can do with this at the moment. Now we're going to the top of the chicken head. Yeah, that will be very basic, very simple. Only use caramel bands and use 2 bands at a time. The whole top of the head is with 2 bands. And basically the same as all my other projects, all my dogs, all my cats. So, very simple. So place 2. This color is a little bit difficult to see, but you can see when I place them. And we're going to close this, so place 2 diagonally and 2 diagonally on the opposite side. Place your horizontal bands, make a triangle, also 2 bands at a time, and 2 here. And that's it. Cap off with a single caramel band. We're wrapping it around 4 times around this peg here. 1, 2, 3, and a 4th. Yes. And we're simply going to loom this. We don't need to attach anything here yet. So get inside, grab the first 2 loops, the next 2, and simply loom upwards everything. It's not that difficult. There we go. Now grab 3 tying bands. And create a slip knot. So your work won't fall apart. Oh, I already used this one. You can really feel that. It's really stretched out. I always use this color. This is olive green. Aka puke green. I really like this color, but I mostly use them as tying bands because I rarely use this color in my projects. So, and they stand out. It's a really, it's an amazing color. So this will be the top of your chicken head. Get that aside, and then we are going to do the middle portion of the head. So also grab 2 bands. We are going to start with caramel. Place 2 here. 2 in the center and 2 at the bottom. Place 2 diagonally here and 2 diagonally on the opposite side, like this. The rest will be, well, not completely, not entirely, but pink bands now. 2 bands at a time. 2 here. 2 at the bottom. Make sure you place them on without a twist. It will look better. You can place them on with a twist, but it will look a little bit better if they aren't. Go diagonally with 2 pink bands and 2 pink bands again on the opposite side. Place 2 here. Now you don't have to place them there. Actually, leave them. I will show you what to do with those later. And grab 3 caramel bands. Yes, 3, and place them here. This will be, well, you guys will see what that will be. You will attach the top of the head here. But first, we're going to create some eyes. I will create orange eyes because that will stand out a tiny bit. So grab a single orange band, wrap that around twice around your hook, hold it with your finger. Grab a single black band, wrap that around 4 times. Grab that orange band again and wrap it around twice. And this will represent the eye. Grab those 2 pink bands, slide everything onto there. And this is a tiny bit different because now we need to let this eye face to the side and not to the front like the cats and dogs. But first have it on your bands, and then we're going to place it from this back to this back. Tiny bit tricky. Also try to place this on without a twist. Place it there. And now it's the best way to just wrap down that eye so it's facing to the side. So the tiny cross on the back is inside the head and not on the outside. Do this a second time and place it on the opposite side. Really hope you guys enjoy these birds. Also rub this eye down a tiny bit so it will face to the side. I really hope you guys enjoy this because I certainly do. After I created the toucan, I can create, well, I guess any bird. I also did this one. And I will show you that in a video also. I also made a parrot, but I'm not, well, it looks cool, I guess, but well, both are awesome. And I will make tutorials for both of them. And you can adjust the color yourself, of course, like in every other project, or combine it, or even create a body for it if you want to. Be my guest. Yeah, this will be the middle portion of the head. Let us continue and grab the rest of your weird looking chicken right now. We need to attach this right side up. So this thing is in the way, I know, but you kind of, well, just hold it like this. So you can see the top 3 loops. Don't mistake anything with the bottom 3 loops. So you only need the top 3 caramel sets of the top of the beak. And we need to attach those in order on those 3 pegs here. This is a little bit tricky. I will start with the center, and I'm not sure if I can show you guys everything because that thing is simply in the way. Stick your hook through the middle set, stick it through correctly and attach it around this peg. Simply get every loop around there. Like you see, this is really a little bit of a mess to do anything else, but try to find the set, the caramel set next to the center row. Stick your hook through, this is the top of the beak, and get it around the eye peg here. Do the same thing on the opposite side. I will see if I can hook this so it won't flip forward. Yes. So find the caramel set here and attach it around that other eye peg. Make sure you have every loop and are through correctly. While this is attached, we're going to remove the tying bands on the side only, because we need to attach a horizontal band in between. So lift up only the top two loops from this set and this set. Only the top two. What color did I use? I use brown. So grab your caramel bands, 2 of them. Can you guys see? And create a triangle here. Like this, then replace. Replace those 2 loops. Like this. And this will be attaching the beak for the middle portion of the head. So now we can loom. But we also need to attach the top of the head. Oh, glad I didn't forget about that. So this is a little bit messy already. It will get even more messy. So grab the top of your head. Stick your hook through the first set in the center. And have those tying bands facing towards you. So stick your hook through. Check if you have 2 loops on both sides so you are through correctly. Now the hard part, grab those 3 bands inside this bag. This really is a little bit tricky because it's quite busy on your loom. And then slide over the top of the head, pull those 3 bands upwards and loom over. Push down, well, continue looming. We can't reach this later, so grab the first 2 loops you come across. I have 1 only. Get the next on your hook. Now grab the other 2 inside of there and loom over. Now we can continue, just let this be here, that doesn't matter. Continue looming the eye part, loom upwards on the side, also on the opposite side. My prototype, I forgot to loom this eye, so my whole chicken fall apart, and that's a waste. So loom further, loom diagonally, only 1 again. Now I have 2. So. And also loom these 2 top loops diagonally. Then we're going to remove some part of this chicken from the loom. Otherwise we can't stretch it that far. So this will be enough. Yeah. So you you have to flip over the top of the head you attached, and we're going to attach those 3 loops to those 3 pegs here. I will start in the center. So get everything around there and grab the bottom 2 loops. I have way too many bands there. Yeah, I need to tilt my loom. It's a bit crowded. Oh, now I only have 1. Well, 1 is better than none. So loom over that set in the center. And then we're going to attach those 2 sets to those pegs. Make sure your hook is through correctly. And loom over the final set here also. And the same thing on the opposite side. follow that tying band. Make sure you are through correctly. And also loom upwards. And then I will remove my place tying bands I used here. And create new slip knots on the new last sets. If they want to come off, they have to come off. And after this we will attach that red thing, the comb on his head further. So remove this from your loom. Yes. Stick your hook through. Oh wait, let's remove this set tying band in the center here. That's completely stuck in between my work. Remove that. But leave everything else. Don't remove any more bands. Stick your hook through those 3 bands we pulled through the head. And pull them upwards a bit to make it a little bit more loose and a little bit more round shaped. Well, what do we have to do now? We're going to pull a bit on those double looped bands, so on only one loop to make it a little bit longer, because we have to pull it through 2 layers of the head, and otherwise it will be too tight. So pull a little bit on those bands here, like this, so they are more loose, but not as big as just a single band putting around there. And then we're basically going to do the same thing we did before with the beak. I am going to check where I pulled it through. Yeah, simply through the next set. Yeah. So we're going inside the chicken beak on the bottom here. You're going to stick your hook through the first caramel set of the beak. And from the bottom to the top, you're going to stick your hook through there. And simply grab the first red band you come across and pull that through. Pull it through the bottom, hold it on your hook, and then we're going inside the chicken head again. And then I guess we go through the... Yes. Then we go behind where we placed those, well, we pulled those 3 bands through. So go inside that hole here we loomed. That's wrong. And go through this set. And then grab the next red band you come across. And pull that through. Pull it through the head. Pull it downwards. And pull it through that other loop you already had on your hook. And then go inside again and go through the next set in the center. Not the same. 1, 2, 3, yeah. Grab the next red band. Pull through and pull through the band you already had on your hook. Go through the next set in the center row, the caramel bands. Make sure your hook is through a little bit neat. Don't grab any like this. Grab the next red band. Pull through. Also pull through the red band at the bottom. So you're kind of stitching it onto the top of the head. That final red band, yeah, well, pull it through the last set we tied off. We will attach this later and pull through. Oh, you will see it that way. You know what? Get that through a hole back again. That doesn't matter. Simply stick your hook through there with that loop on there. You can try to stick it through the same hole, but you might not be able to stitch it. I'm just going to try it. Ugh, I had a caramel band also on my hook. Yes. Well, I just leave them both on my hook since I pulled them through the same hole. Then we can find that cap band inside and try to get it onto there, but I'm not sure if I will stretch it too far. Oh, I'm missing my third hand here. I think it will be too far if I stretch it all that way. I'm going to try to get it around that C-clip in there. I will do this by hand, one by one. And this is really, really hard. It's quite tight. The C-clips have a tiny curve, so it's hard to get your bands around there. Well, I got them. Yeah, this is fine. Simply clip it on there. It will stretch. So get it on there. And this is how the top is attached. And it looks, this is quite sturdy. Won't come off that easily. You can pull a bit on those eyes to make them go a little bit to the back of the head, so they aren't curved upwards. Pull them a little bit to the side. And all there is left to do is the bottom part of this chicken. Don't worry about this, you won't see anything of this. The only thing that it can be a little bit tricky is putting a pencil in there, but just maneuver it through. As you can see, I also did it here, so it just works. Okay, the bottom part of the head. Grab your caramel bands, 2 at a time. Place them there. Then we need another 2. 2 in the center and 2 at the bottom row. Like this. Then grab your pink bands, also 2 at a time. I'm going to close this. Place them diagonally, doesn't matter in what order, simply place them diagonally there. 2 downwards and 2 here. Again, close this figure, so 2 diagonally and 2 pink bands diagonally here. Grab 2 caramel bands and create a triangle here. This will be a horizontal band. Again, 2 pink bands this time down here. In the center, 2 bands and 2 more pink bands here. And this will be the bottom part. You also need 2 pink bands more to create a horizontal band in between. But this will be the bottom part of your chicken. Attaching this will be a tiny bit tricky. This part of the head doesn't well, really matter for now. So you kind of have to pull that backwards. And then we are going to attach those 3 loose caramel sets onto the bottom part here. But this is really a tiny bit tricky because you have to attach it correctly. And your project is quite thick already. So I'm going to start with the set in the center. So have it like this. Those thingies are facing downwards. We're going to place it right side up. I'm going to start with the center set. This is the most easy. Stick your hook through correctly, get it on there. push it downwards, push those things in there. Flip over your chicken head. And this is the tricky part. I will flip it a tiny bit back to see how this set is supposed to be. You can even do it like this. So stick your hook through this set here on the side and get it around this back here. I know this is a little bit difficult to see, but you have to see how that set comes out of the beak, otherwise you will place it around the wrong way. Same thing on the opposite side, just have it like this so you can see how this set is loomed. Well, you can't see anything because of my hook. Like this, so stick your hook through this set here. Make sure you follow your tying band so you are through correctly. And get it around this back here. This really is a tricky part. I'm not even sure, yeah, I have it through correctly. Remove those tying bands. Be careful, if you didn't place them on correctly, it will come off, so be careful. But we need to place a horizontal band also here. So I will flip the back of my chicken head, or the top of my chicken head backwards. We also have to loom this back. And we can already do that. No, we can't. So grab the top 2 loops from this set. Top 2 from this. Leave it on your hook. Place those 2 horizontal bands in between. Pink? Yeah, pink. Like this. And replace. Replace those caramel bands. This really is a little bit tricky, but it will look so much better. Like this. And then we can loom. And I'm going to start in the center row, and this will be a little bit tricky. Grab the bottom 2, loop up. Loop diagonally and diagonally here. And then we can continue on the sides. Oh gosh. Oh, this is not right. I grabbed a caramel band. Ooh. Phew. Okay, again, go inside, grab the bottom 2 loops. Am I saying this correctly? No. Yes, loop up. Then we will attach some part of the head again. So flip your chicken back, remove a tiny bit of the whole thing already like this. Only the first set in the center I removed. And then we are going to attach this set. So not the loops of the eye, but the pink set after the eye. Only the bottom 2 loops will be placed around this back here. Right side up, like this. Also do the same thing on the opposite side. So find the second pink set after we place the eye, this set, grab the bottom 2 loops and place it around this back. And then continue looming upwards on both sides. Bottom 2, loom diagonally. Same thing on the opposite side. So get inside of here, grab the bottom 2 pink loops, loom over and loom diagonally. And loom up once on each row now. And then we can remove some more of that chicken head. This is so awesome. I'm really proud of this one, that I managed to do this. It's a little bit complex, but it's fun to do and think of this. So the only thing there is left to do, like all my other project, is attaching those 3 loose ends to those 3 pegs here and simply tie off with those 3 sets there. This is a little bit tricky to see. Stick your hook through the first, or through the set in the center. Make sure you follow that tying band and loom over. And do the same thing on the sides. Make sure you attach these sets correctly. So simply follow the tying band and place it around here. And continue looming upwards. Same thing on the opposite side. I push down those things a tiny bit. All those bands will be a bit crowded on those bags there. A final set here. Placed around that bag. Continue looming upwards, the final set. Remove all those tying bands. You really don't need them anymore. And one here in the center. Well, all there is left to do now is make slip knots with those last bands. So simply pull through the bottom 2 loops through the top 2 loops and pull tight. And do this with every set. I kind of hold my finger on the placed loops so they won't curl if you make a slip knot. This one isn't on completely, and I do want it to be like this. Well, there we go. It's finished, guys and girls. Yes. Get this from your loom. If you manage to follow me, hooray for you guys, really. Because this is a little bit complex to show you what I did. Pull outwards those eyes a tiny bit. They can be pushed a little bit inside the chicken head. Shape it a tiny bit. You can also, if they are facing outwards and you don't like that, stick your hook through the first double looped red set here and simply pull them inwards. Then they will be straight. So you can actually manipulate your project that way and make them face in a different direction. This one is pulled in too much. Yeah, it's a tiny bit better. So you can shape it like that. Of course, we need to hide those bands that we have used to tie everything off. So stick your hook randomly through your project. And pull on those bands. Of course, I will hide those better. The main part is getting them out of the way here. So I will simply use the hook I loomed to pull everything through. I have an extra band there, I guess. Or don't I? No, I didn't. And then, oh, we also have to remove this tying band. That's why I use green. You will see them. So you will never forget them to remove them. Remove that tying band if you haven't done that already. And simply stick your hook through and try to get all those bands inside of that chicken. Like this. And there you go. Your own chicken pencil topper. They're both so awesome. And this video is taking me so long. Okay. Well, that's why I really won't do any larger projects. Because it's hard for me to focus this long. and to be clear about what I'm doing. But hey, we did it, guys. We managed to make 2 chickens. 2 of them. They're both so cool. Yeah, they're both really awesome. I hope you guys really enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, thumbs up please. And if you like my tutorials and you want to see more and want to be up to date about everything I create, subscribe to my channel. And thank you so much for that, for supporting me, and for everybody that already is supporting me. You guys are amazing, and thank you so much for helping me and well, stimulating me also to do this. So thank you, and I will see you guys in my next video. I don't know what I will do. I will put this on out extra, so because I get a lot of nice comments about this chicken. I will place this sooner than I was planning to do, so you guys can create the chicken already. I want to see many chickens, so if you want to show me a picture, post them on Instagram please, and use hashtag Loombicious or tag me so I can see all the chickens that you guys have created, so I can like them and write a nice comment about you guys following me and supporting me. So have fun, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye!